You ever notice how some of the most interesting, innovative, and downright weird cars get completely ignored? Not because they're bad, but because timing, marketing, or just plain weird circumstances buried them. Today we're looking at 10 genuinely unique cars that nobody seems to care about anymore. Let's dive in. Number 10. Hyundai Ioniq 5N, a 641 horsepower electric SUV that hits 60 in 2.8 seconds. The fastest SUV Motor Trend's ever tested, and nobody talks about it. Why? Because it's a Hyundai. The Ioniq 5N packs dual motors making 601 horsepower normally, or 641 with N-Grin boost engaged for 10 seconds. That's more power than a Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. It features fake gear shifts with paddle shifters, simulated engine sounds that actually sound good, drift mode, and track-ready cooling systems. The suspension's mag and ride equipped, the brakes are massive Brembos, and it'll do 0.96 G on the skid pad. It even simulates a clutch kick for drifting. Top speed's electronically limited to around 162 miles per hour. Yet people ignore it because it's not a real performance car or EVs aren't exciting. Wrong. This thing embarrassed a McLaren 765 LT to 60 miles per hour and cost $68,000. Hyundai built a legitimate track weapon, gave it video game features, and made it usable daily. Range is 221 miles, which is fine for what it is. Nobody cares because badge snobbery is still a thing. Number 9. Tommykaira ZZ, Japan's answer to the Lotus Elise, and you've probably never heard of it. Only 220 first-gen models were built from 1996 to 2000, powered by Nissan's SR20DE, making 178 horsepower. Sounds weak until you realize it weighs 1,433 pounds. That's lighter than a Miata. 0 to 60, 4 seconds flat. Mid-engine layout, aluminum monocoque chassis, double wishbone suspension at all 4 corners, and a removable roof. It was built in England by Tomita Auto UK and designed to be Japan's budget supercar. Top speed was 150 miles per hour. The second gen from 2014 to 2021 went electric with 305 horsepower and under 4 seconds 0 to 60 times. Why doesn't anyone care? Because Tommykaira was a tuning shop, not a real manufacturer. They made under 300 total cars across both generations. Most rotted away or got crashed. The ZZ was brilliant. Pure driving feel, no electronic nannies, just you and physics. But without mainstream backing, it died in obscurity. Clean examples sell for $40,000 today. Nobody remembers them. Number 8. Ineos Grenadier, a brand new off-road SUV with a BMW turbocharged inline 6 making 282 horsepower, solid front and rear axles, 3 locking differentials, and body-on-frame construction. It's the modern Defender Land Rover never built, and nobody cares. Why? Because it costs $71,000, gets 15 miles per gallon combined, and hits 60 in 8.9 seconds. Slower than a Buick Encore. The BMW B58 engine's proven and reliable, but Ineos detuned it for off-road applications. The ZF 8-speed transmission's solid, the Carraro axles are bulletproof, and the ladder frame's overbuilt. Ground clearance, weighting depth, approach angles, all fantastic, but it steers like a truck. The stability control's hyperactive, and the tech package is confusing. Reviews praised its off-road ability, but slammed its on-road manners. Nobody wants a $71,000 SUV that drives like a 1980s Land Cruiser. The Grenadier is honest, capable, and built to last. But in a world of refined crossovers, nobody wants honest anymore. Number 7. Ford Mach-E Rally, an electric rally car you can buy at a dealership. The Mach-E Rally makes 480 horsepower and 700 pound-feet of torque, hits 60 in 3.3 seconds, and features rally-tuned Magnaride suspension, an aluminum underbody shield, and a rallycross drive mode that lets you drift on gravel. Ground clearance is lifted half an inch over the GT. It rides on Michelin Cross Climate 2 all seasons, and Ford added rally-spec fog lights, white OZ-style wheels, and a Focus RS rear wing. Range is 265 miles, which is fine. It costs $61,000, and it's genuinely fun. Journalists who drove it at Dirtfish Rally School praised its controllability and instant torque delivery. So why doesn't anyone care? Because it's a Mustang SUV, and enthusiasts still haven't forgiven Ford for that. Also, most buyers don't rally their daily drivers. The Mach-E Rally is brilliant at something nobody asked for. It's faster than a Mustang Dark Horse, handles dirt better than anything this side of a Subaru WRX, but it's solving a problem that doesn't exist. Brilliant execution, zero demand. Number 6. Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato, a lifted off-road Lamborghini with rally lights, roof racks, and chunky tires. The Sterrato packs the Huracan's 5.2-liter V10, making 602 horsepower all-wheel drive and hits 60 in 3.4 seconds. Ground clearance is up 1.7 inches, it has underbody protection, and a special rally mode. Lamborghini built 1,499 of them at $265,000 each. They sold out instantly, yet nobody talks about it. Why? Because lifting a supercar feels wrong to purists, and off-roaders think it's a gimmick. Top speed's 160 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour slower than a standard Huracan because of the extra drag from the roof rack and body cladding. But here's the thing, it's actually good off-road. Journalists who drove it praised the rally mode's calibration and the way it handles loose surfaces. The V10 sounds glorious. The all-wheel drive system works brilliantly, and it's genuinely usable, but people dismissed it as a marketing stunt. Lamborghini built a rally supercar, and the world shrugged. Now they're all in collections, never driven. Number 5. Volkswagen ID Buzz, an electric minivan styled like the iconic VW bus. 3 rows, 282 horsepower from dual motors, 234 miles of range, and retro styling that actually works. It seats 7, has a massive cargo area, and features VW's latest tech. It starts at $60,000. People love the looks. Everyone says that's so cool when they see one, but nobody buys them. Why? Because Americans don't buy minivans anymore. The Buzz is too expensive for families who just want a Pacifica and too practical for enthusiasts who want something sporty. It's stuck in automotive purgatory. The driving experience is great, smooth, quiet, quick enough. But 234 miles of range isn't enough for road trips, and DC fast charging peaks at 170 kilowatts. Plus, it's massive, nearly 202 inches long. The ID.Buzz is genuinely cool, genuinely useful, and genuinely well executed. But crossovers killed minivans, and an electric bus can't resurrect them. VW built the perfect minivan at exactly the wrong time. Number 4. 1997 Nismo 400R, the ultimate R33 Skyline GTR. Nismo bored out the RB26DETT twin-turbo inline 6 to 2.8 liters, added forged internals, bigger turbos, and tuned it to 400 horsepower. Only 44 were built, 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds. Top speed of 186 miles per hour. Nismo also upgraded the brakes, suspension, aero, and interior. It was homologated for GT2 racing and dominated Japanese circuit racing. This was the ultimate street-legal GTR before the R34, but nobody outside Japan knows about it. The R32 and R34 got all the glory. The R33 was the fat one. Why? Because the R33 GTR never officially came to the US, and by the time the 25-year import rule kicked in, everyone wanted R34s. The 400R is rarer than a Ferrari F40, more powerful than a contemporary 911 Turbo, and legitimately race-bred, but it got buried between two legends. Clean examples sell for $400,000 plus now. Still, nobody cares. Number 3. Ford Mustang GTD, a road-legal GT3 race car, carbon fiber body, 815 horsepower from a supercharged 5.2-liter V8, inboard pushrod suspension, active aero, semi-active dampers, and a 7-minute Nürburgring lap time. It's faster than a Porsche GT3 RS. Ford built a car that beats supercars, gave it a manual option, made it street legal, and priced it at $325,000. Reviews praised the chassis balance, the steering feel, the engine note. It's the most hardcore Mustang ever built, yet outside enthusiast circles, nobody talks about it. Why? Because it's a Mustang. Badge snobs can't accept that a pony car beat their GT3 RS. Also, $325,000 for a Mustang. Most people laugh, but the GTD's built with F1 supplier components, titanium exhaust from recycled F-22 fighter jets, and carbon ceramic brakes the size of manhole covers. It's a legitimate supercar, but it's a Mustang. Mustang, so it gets dismissed. Ford proved they could build a world beater. The world yawned. Number 2, 2021 GMC T50, a spiritual successor to the McLaren F1, designed by the same guy who created it. The T50 weighs 2,174 pounds, has a naturally aspirated Cosworth V12 making 663 horsepower at 11,500 RPM, and a manual transmission. Only 100 were built at $3 million each. It features a fan at the back for ground effect downforce, just like the Brabham BT46 Gordon Murray designed in the 70s. No turbos, no hybrid system, no driver aids, just a screaming V12 and 3 pedals. Top speed is 213 miles per hour. It's the purest supercar built in decades, and nobody cares. Why? Because at $3 million, it's invisible to normal people. Also, the hypercar market's saturated. Bugatti, Koenigsegg, Pagani all compete here. The T50 is brilliant, but it's a behind closed doors thing. Only 100 people will ever own one. The rest of us will never see one, hear one, or experience one. Gordon Murray built the ultimate analog supercar, and it disappeared into private collections instantly. Number 1, Ferrari J50, a limited edition roadster celebrating Ferrari's 50 years in Japan. Only 10 were built, each costing $2.5 million. Based on the 488 Spider, it features a Targa roof, unique bodywork, and a 681 horsepower 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8. 0 to 62 in 3.0 seconds, 203 miles per hour top speed. The J50 had special 20-inch forged wheels, bespoke interior trim, and a design inspired by Ferrari's 70s and 80s race cars. It was stunning. Ferrari's Special Projects division built it exclusively for Japanese collectors. Why doesn't anyone care? Because it never left Japan. Most people don't even know it exists. The 488 Pista overshadowed it. The SF90 came out and stole attention. The J50 was too exclusive, too regional, and too expensive for anyone to notice. 10 cars for $2.5 million each, never leaving Japan. That's automotive obscurity defined. Ferrari built a masterpiece and hid it. You can also watch this video for information on the new convertibles coming out in 2026.